Hi guys and welcome back to the Bike Cave. Last time I told you that I injured my knee, so today I had to make this video sitting down because for the next period I'll be walking with crutches. So, long story short, you may remember that in the last video I told you that the day after Christmas of 2025 I went for a run and 2.5 kilometers into the run I heard a loud pop in my right knee. After that I couldn't walk properly, and when I went to the doctor he sent me for an MRI suspecting that it might be a meniscus tear. Unfortunately, the MRI showed that I had indeed torn my meniscus and that I needed a surgery. So I booked an arthroscopic meniscus repair as soon as I could, and about a week after the MRI I was in for the operation. Now I'm already 3 weeks post-operation and I've started working on my recovery based on my surgeon's directions. Becoming a weekend warrior and not training properly and consistently during the previous year took a heavy toll on me because this is the most impactful injury I've ever had up to now. The initial estimation from the doctor was that a full recovery could take up to 9 months until I'm strong enough to get back on the trials bike, which is honestly really hard to hear. And yes, it really rings a bell for consistent and proper training once I get back at it. By the way, have you ever had that feeling where you stop training for a while and then you try to come back as if nothing happened? Because that's exactly the trap I fell into. Anyway, the only thing that matters right now is to recover as well as possible, and I can't wait to walk normally again, get strong again, and start training regularly like I used to. Now, what's my recovery plan after this meniscus repair? I'm not going to share any advice here because everyone's case is different, and I'm simply sharing my personal experience. But according to my doctor, I have to walk with crutches for the next couple of months to allow the stitched meniscus to heal, and then we'll reassess the situation and plan accordingly. Hopefully, after that I'll be able to start proper strength training again. For now, I'm limited to light mobility work and some simple strengthening, mainly so I don't lose too much muscle on my right leg during this period. So yes, it's going to be a long road back to riding, but I'm willing to do whatever is required to get on the bike again. And until then, I'm planning to spend this recovery time working on some ideas I have for the XC cycling project. As you may already know, there are some new things I'm developing, and at the same time, I'm working on videos that I want to share with you so that this channel doesn't turn into injury updates only. As a little teaser, right now I'm servicing some slave cylinders from a top level rider, and I want to share with you the entire step-by-step process because I think that it will be very useful and also very interesting to watch. At the same time, I'm preparing a more official video explaining how the XC Cycling Service Center works and how you can also send your slave cylinders in for a full service. And finally, I've built a test rig to measure slave cylinder force, and I'm planning to make a deep dive video about the factors that affect slave cylinder performance and what you should keep in mind before you choose the version that best fits your riding style and your needs. Also, I'm working on some new projects, and if you want to be the first to learn about them, make sure you follow me and XC Cycling on social media because I usually post hints of what I'm working on months before I end up making the full videos here. So yeah, I may not be able to ride for the next few months, but at least I have a lot of projects to work on and I'll keep working on my bike even if I can't ride it at the moment. That's it for today guys, and I hope that this video series pushes you to train more regularly, respect your current level, and hopefully avoid injuries as much as possible. Until next time, I hope you have some good times riding your bikes, and if you want me to prioritize a specific topic from the ones I mentioned, the service center details, the step-by-step service video, or the test rig results, please comment below and tell me what you'd like to see first. Thanks for subscribing and watching, and until next time, ride your bikes and please don't sacrifice your training consistency and become weekend warriors like me. Bye!